Okay. So in yesterday's application, so must answer is covered up to the toast message. Okay. So this is the your user interface, and the application name is Hello Toast. So okay. So when I'm clicking the toast button, so it will display some toast message like this: Hello APS DC. Okay. So up to this toast concept, the must answer is covered. So now today we are going to discuss about the rest of the part. That is, when I'm clicking this count button, the count part is increased. That means the test view count is increasing. Okay. Okay. So now all of you open your Android Studios. Okay. So all of you open your Android Studio. So you already know it. So how many ways the on-click listener is available in your Android? See, we have a two. Sir, can you please explain again how to run our app in mobile? Yeah, okay, sure. So I will explain. Don't worry. So you already know it. So what are the on-click methods is available in Android? So we have a two on-click methods. So two types of on-click methods is available. Okay, so the first one is XML. So that thing is you already know it. So the first one is by using XML. Okay, so by using XML, and the second part is by using Java. Okay, so in XML, so this is the button syntax. See, in this button properties, we have an on-click properties available. Okay, so in this on-click property, so we want to write one method. Okay, so that is a user-defined method. So whatever the method you want, right? So that method you need to write it here. Okay, so based on this method, so you need to implement method in Java. Okay, so along with your method name, so public void, so your method name. Okay, so in this method name, so you need to write your own action. Okay, so whatever the action you need to write, so that action you need to implement inside the method only. Okay, so this is the way you need to configure the on-click method by using XML. Okay, so this is what I explained by Mastan sir, yesterday's concept. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about how to implement on-click method by using Java. Okay, so in coming projects, so the XML on-click method is not working. So why? Because we need to working with some advanced concepts like fragments or adapters. So those concepts we need to discuss. So coming to that concept, so we are unable to implement on-click method with the help of XML. So that time we need to implement with the help of Java only. So that's why we need to discuss about the two types of on-click methods. First one is XML and the second one is Java. Okay, so by using Java, how to configure the on-click method? The first of all, we need to create the variable for your variable, whatever it is. So in case if you want to give on-click event for test view, so you need to configure the test view variable. Okay, so in case if you want to give the radio button, so you need to create the radio button variable. Okay, so as of now, we didn't create any radio button and test views. We are creating only uh, just wait a minute. Yeah, so only this buttons and only one test view is available. So in this project we have only two buttons. Okay, the first button we need to implement in XML. So the second button, the count button, we need to implement in Java. Okay, so this is the button. So that's why here I'm configuring with the variable of button. Okay, so with the help of button, I need to create the ID. Okay, so as in yesterday's project, you didn't get any ID here. Okay, so in case if you are observed here in our uh, project, so you didn't give any IDs here. Okay, so in case if you are observed clearly these properties, so in these properties we are giving only width, height, weight, and background tint, test size, test color, and test style. You didn't implement any ID here. Okay, so the same properties will apply in the remaining two components, that is button and test view. Okay, so as of now we didn't implement any ID. Okay, so in case if you want to implement the on-click listener by using Java, you need to configure the ID first. So in case if you want to configure the ID, you need to mention your ID in our XML file. Okay, so in onCreate method, see inside the onCreate method, so you need to configure your IDs. Okay, so you need to configure your view IDs. See, view means it is nothing but your components like test view and button. So those things all are views. Okay, so whatever the views you are creating in your XML file, those views you need to configure inside the onCreate method. So why? Because when you are calling your activity or your screen, the first method will call, that is onCreate method. OnCreate method will first call. Okay. So inside the onCreate method, you need to configure your IDs. In case if you want to configure your IDs, first of all, you need to create your IDs inside the XML file. Okay. So after that, you need to implement the on-click listener. Okay. So I will tell you how to create those IDs also. So this is your XML properties. Let us assume. Okay. So inside the XML file, you need to create ID like this. So Android colon ID @ plus ID. So here after that, so we are writing the slash your ID name. Okay, so whatever the ID name you want, so you need to write that ID name. See, this ID name is the user defined ID name. Okay, this is the property. You need to add one more property like this. So that is Android colon ID equal to @ plus ID. So @ plus means you need to add this ID inside your r.java file with the help of this @ plus. Here means address. Here means address, and here plus means add or concatenation. Okay, so this ID you need to add a concatenation to this particular address inside your r.java file. Okay, so this is the way you need to create your IDs in your XML file. So after that, so you need to create a variable for particular view. So that is either test view or either button or either radio button, whatever it is. So after that, so you need to configure the particular view ID. Okay, so how to configure the particular view ID? So with the help of this button variable. Okay, so this view variable, so as of so till now I'm creating only button. So the button variable is b1. Okay, so the button variable is b1. So with the help of this button variable, we need to configure the ID. Okay, so like this, b1 equal to find view by ID. b1 equal to find view by ID. So inside this find view by ID method, so this is a method. So why? Because after writing this statement, so we are ending with this parenthesis. So when you are using this parenthesis, it is a method. It is indicates as a method. Okay, so inside this method you need to configure your id. So r dot id dot your id name. Okay, so whatever the id name you are mentioning inside this button, so you need to call that id name inside the onCreate method. Okay, this is the way you need to configure your ids. Okay, so once again I'm repeating. So first of all, you need to create id like this in our xml file. So after that, so create a variable for particular view. So it should be either a global variable or local variable. Okay, so in case if you are creating the global variable, so we can use that particular variable throughout the class. So in case if you are creating the local variable, so we can use that variable inside the particular method. Okay, so that's why here I'm creating the global variable. So it is not mandatory to create the global variable. So based on our requirement, so you can create it. Okay, so after that, so we have onCreate method is available, so it is a predefined method. So after that, so we need to configure the particular ids. So b1, it is a button variable equal to find view by id. Why? Because so here, why we are writing the find view by id? So because we need to find the id. Okay, so by using the by using java on click listener, so we need to find the id. Okay, so that's why here writing the find v by id. So with the help of id, we can find the particular view. Okay, so inside the find v by id, so we need to write the id name. So I already discussed in this part. So we are writing the id name here. So this id name will be created inside your r.java file. So now my id is available inside the r.java. So with the help of r.java, so we can get our id name. Okay, so this ids is will create in SDK. Okay, so r dot id dot your id name. Okay, this is the way you need to configure your ids. So not only button, in test view and edit test and the rest of the components also you need to configure like this. Okay, and after that, so we need to implement the on click listener. Implement. Okay, so we need to implement the on click listener. Okay, so how to implement the on click listener? So now button variable is available, so that is b1 dot set on click listener. So set on click listener. So inside the this on click listener method, so you need to implement the listener. So that is new view dot on click listener. Okay, so this is the way you need to implement the on click listener. Okay, so inside the on click method, so you need to it will be automatically implement. So public void on click method is it is automatically implemented. So okay, so you don't want to write anything. Okay, so inside this on click method, so you need to write your own action. So okay, so whatever the action you want to write, so that action you need to write like inside the on click method. Okay, so this is the way you need to implement on click listener. Okay, so b1 dot set on click listener. So why? Because it is a single component, so that's why here I am configuring the set on click listener. Okay, so after that, so you need to create new view dot on click listener. So why I'm creating here view dot on click listener? It means, so here we need to implement the on click listener for view, not a view group. So we need to implement the on click listener for view. So that's why, So here I'm creating view dot on click listener. Okay, so after that, so it will be implemented one method, so that is public void on click. So inside the on click method, so we need to write action. Okay, so this is the theory part of implementing the on click listener with the help of Java. Okay, so is that clear? Once you clear up to now, so I will complete the rest of the part. Okay. See here, no need to download any file from the GitHub. So why? Because it is already with you. Okay, so this project is already available with you. So why? Because in yesterday's class, Mastan sir is already discussed this project. So I will continue uh, the rest of the part in same project. See, for Android Studio, so it consumes the more RAM. So if you have 8 GB RAM, so it will work fine. Even it is 8 GB RAM also, sometimes it is hanging. So why? Because the Android Studio, it consumes the more RAM. So that's why it is hanging. Yeah, even it's not a problem. So even 4 GB RAM also, the Android Studio is working fine. But compared to 8 GB, so it is a little bit slow. So I think it is based on your processor speed. So if it is a latest processor, it is working fine. So in case if you are using the old processor, it takes some time to load your project or open your Android Studio. Okay. Okay. So this is the theory part of on-click listener. So okay. So now coming to your Android Studio. So now all of you open your Android Studios. So once you are open your Android Studios, please let me know. This project name is Hello Toast. Okay. So now all of you open your XML file, so which is available in our RES folder. Okay. So I think the from your end, the Android Studio open like this. So app. So the XML file is available in our RES folder. So in case if you if you are expanding this app folder, so we have a few folders is available. So in that, so the res folder is available. So just expand this res folder. Okay, so just expand this res folder. So inside the res folder, so you can find the layout folder. Okay, so you can find the layout folder. Okay, so just expand this layout folder. So inside the layout folder, so you can find the activity underscore main.xml file. Okay, so just to double click on it. So just to double click on it. So your XML file is open like this. Okay, so you already implemented this designing part. So now we need to add the IDs. Okay, so now we need to add the IDs. So no need to add the ID for this toast button. So why? Because we already completed this toast button concept. Okay, so we already implementing the on-click listener. No need to implementing the IDs for this toast button. So now we need to implement in the IDs for the test view and the next button. So that is for count. Okay, so you need to implement the IDs for test view and the count button. Okay, so first of all, I want to implementing the ID for test view. Okay, so just type ID. So no need to write the complete part Android colon ID. So just type ID. So now in suggestions, the Android colon ID property is available. Okay, so in suggestions, Android colon ID property is available. So just select this Android colon ID property. Okay, so just click on enter. So now the double quotes is available. So inside the double quotes, you need to select this at the rate ID slash. Okay, so at the rate ID slash. Okay, so now we need to give your own ID. Okay, so it is a user defined ID name. So you can write any name, but you should remember. So whatever the ID you are given, so but you should remember the particular ID. So here I am writing test count. Okay, so here I am giving my ID name is test count. Okay, so here I am giving my ID name is test count. Now you should give the ID for button also. So same way. So just type ID. The suggestion is available Android colon ID. So just select that one. So you can write at the rate plus ID slash your ID name. Okay. So here I'm writing like ID name is a count. Okay. So here I'm writing ID name as a count. See, these IDs are user defined IDs. So you can write, you can give any name. Okay. Okay, so this is the way you need to configure your ID. Sorry, you need to write your IDs. Okay, so Android colon ID at the rate plus ID slash test count. This is for test view, and at the Android colon ID equal to at the rate plus ID slash count. This is for button. Okay, so now we need to configure these IDs inside your Java file. Okay, so in theory parts we are completed up to this part. Okay, so we are configuring, we are giving the IDs for button and the test view. So whatever the components you are writing, so those views we are giving the IDs. So now we need to configure like this. So create the variable and configure the IDs. Okay, so now all of you go to your Java file. Okay, so now all of you go to your Java file, which is available in our Java folder. Same pattern. So just go to our app folder. So inside the app folder, so we have Java folder is available. So in case if you are expanding this Java folder, so we have 3 packages. So just expand the first package only. So in case if you are expanding the first package, so we have Java file is available with the name of main activity. Okay, so with the name of main activity. Okay, just to double click on it. So now it will open main activity.java file. Okay, so your Java file is look like this. So why? Because so you already implementing the toast functionality here. Okay, so you guys are already implementing the toast functionality. Okay, so now we need to implementing the count functionality. In case if you want implementing the count functionality, first of all you need to implement in the on-click listener. Okay, so below the class, so this is your class. Okay, so here our class name is main activity. Okay, so inside the class you need to create the variables. Okay, so this is create so variable. So for your understanding purpose, I make it as a note. So create variables. Okay, so button, just type but. So now suggestions is available. In suggestions, just select button. Just select button. So why? Because uh, whatever the class you are going to take in Java file, each and every class you need to import the particular package. Okay, so in case if you want to implement in the button, so we need to configure the button package. Okay, so just to observe here, so I'm expanding these imports. See, as of now here, these are the packages is available. Okay, so these are the packages is available, that is for app compactivity, bundle and view and toast. So in these 4 packages there is no button package is available. Okay, so in case if you are writing like this, so in case if you are writing like this, so it will, the button package is not imported. Okay, so the button package is not imported, so that's why it's showing the error. Okay, so it's showing the red color. So in my Android Studio, so this package is automatically imported. So why? Because so I am modifying the settings like that. Okay, so in case if you are writing each and every thing is like this, so the button is showing the red color. So in case if it is red color, so it's throwing the error. So why? Because the package is not imported. Okay, so that's why no need to type each and every part. Okay, so just type but. So in suggestions, the button is available. In suggestion, the button is available. Okay, so in suggestion, the button is available. So button, so create b1. See, this variable is also user defined variable. Okay, so you can create any variable name. Okay, same way, so you need to implementing the test view variable also. So why? Because so when I'm clicking the button, the count is showing in test view. Okay, okay, so when I'm clicking this button, so I want to display the count variable in this test view. Okay, so when the count is incrementing, when the clicking on the button, the count will be increasing. So that's why I need to configure the test view id also. Okay, so I need to configure the test view id also. So that's why here I'm creating the test view id. So same way, so here just type test. So here in the suggestion the test view is available, so just select particular test view. Okay, so just select particular test view. So test view, so here I'm creating tv. Okay, so here I'm creating tv. So now in my project the two variables is available, so that is button and test view. Okay, so button variable is b1 and test view variable is tv. Okay, so now with the help of these variables we need to configure the ids. With the help of these variables we need to configure the ids inside the onCreate method. So the onCreate method is automatically imported, so it is a predefined method. Inside the onCreate method, so we need to configure these ids, button and test view ids. Okay, so I make it as a note. Configure view ids. Okay, so configure view ids. So first of all, I need to configure the button id. So that is b1 equal to find v by id. Just type find. Just type find. In suggestions, find v by id is available. See, this find v by id method will return the integer value. Okay, so this find v by id method will return the integer value. So okay, so but we have a string variable. Okay, the id name is a string variable, but it is written as a integer. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Okay, just write find v by id. So inside the find v by id, we need to configure the id. Okay, so just type r is a capital letter, r dot. Okay, so in r dot java file, so these are the classes is available. So okay, so these all classes are predefined classes. So why? Because it is generated by SDK. Okay, so in that, so just type r dot id dot your id name. Okay, so here I'm writing the my button id name is count. If you observe here, my button id name is count. So that's why here I'm calling count. Okay, so just observe here. So when I'm going to write type configure this count, so it throwing one integer value in the parenthesis. So just observe here, count is a string. So but this count parenthesis beside the parenthesis equal to 1000112 is the id for this count. So it is available in our r.java file. So see, this integer is generated by SDK. It is not generated by user. It will be generated by SDK. Okay, so I think so from your end it is a different ID. Each and every student it is created by the different IDs. So for me it is created as a 1000112. I think it is different from your end. Okay, so based on your SDKs it will be created. Okay, so now I am configuring the count, and at the end of the statement just type semicolon. Okay, so same way, so configure the test view id. Okay, so same way just type test view id. So TV equal to find v by id. So TV equal to find v by id r dot id dot so test count. Okay, so I'm creating the test view id as a test count. So that's why here I'm configuring the test count. Okay, so this is the way you need to configure your IDs. This is the way you need to configure your IDs. Okay, so once you completed up to this part, so please let me know, sir, what is the use of IDs. Okay, see, uh, yeah, just wait a minute, so I will tell you. See, let us assume this is your mobile screen. Okay, so in mobile screen, so we are creating like this, so like something design is creating. Okay, so when I'm creating one screen, so we have two files is created. Okay, so it is a process of Android. So when I'm creating one screen, so it will create two files, that is XML and Java. Okay, so when I'm creating either one activity or one screen, so we are going to create two files, that is XML file and Java file. Okay, so in XML file we are create the designing part. Okay, so in XML file we are creating the designing part. In Java file, so we are implementing the functionalities. Okay, so in Java file we need to implementing the functionalities. Okay, so in XML file we are going to create the designing, so like this way, so buttons. So but in Java, so we are going to write the functionalities. So that means when I'm clicking this button, so what will be the action, what is the action we need to implement. See, for example, let us assume this is your login screen. So when I'm clicking the login button, so what is the action will be performed. Okay, so the designing part will be created in our XML file. So when I'm clicking this login button, so what is the action? So that means when I'm clicking the login button, so it will be navigate to home page. So that part will be take care of this Java. Okay, so I think so you are clear up to this part. Okay, so now the main thing is, so what is the communication between this XML file and Java file? So what is the communication between this XML file and Java file? So XML file is separate file and Java file is separate file. Okay. Okay. So okay. So let me explain this example in clear way. See, so we have a two students is available. So one for Telugu student and another one for Hindi student. Okay, so this Telugu student doesn't know Hindi. This Hindi student doesn't know Telugu. Okay, so what is the medium language? What is the better way to communicate these two students? English, exactly. Okay, so if this Telugu student know English and this Hindi student also know English, so in case if they know English language, they will communicate in easy way. At the same way, here also, one file is available, that is r.java file. Okay, so whatever the views is available in our XML file, so that particular views is created in our r.java file. See, it will be automatically generated. So it is not created by the user or developer, it will be automatically generated. So okay, so whatever the design you are created in our XML file, the design will be configured in our r.java file. Now with the help of r.java file, you need to configure your views in our Java. Okay, అంటే మనం XML లో క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్న ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ డిజైన్ కి మనం r.java ఫైల్లో ఒక ఐడీస్ అనేది జనరేట్ అవుతాయి. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఐడీస్ ఈస్ జనరేటెడ్ బై ద SDK. సో విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ ఐడీస్ we need to configure in our Java files. Okay, so that's why we need to configure the IDs. Okay, so and coming to okay, so this is one doubt. And the next, from your end the count is not available. See, in activity underscore main.xml file, in button, so here I'm writing the ID, android colon ID. Android colon ID is count. So here I'm writing the count. Okay, so this same count here I'm configuring in find v by ID. In case if from your end, if it is different, so like, so here I'm changing this count to count inc. So now it's throwing error. So why? Because this count variable is not, this count ID is not available in our XML file. So that's why it's throwing error. Okay, so just type I. So now this inc is available. The count inc ID is available. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏదైతే మీరు ఐడి మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారో ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఐడి మాత్రమే ఇక్కడ గెట్ చేయాలమ్మా. ఓకే, సో అలా కాకుండా మీరు ఏదైతే ఎలా పడితే అలా ఇస్తే ఇట్ థ్రోయింగ్ రెడ్ కలర్. ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రెడ్ కలర్, in your project having error. Okay, so that's why here I'm writing like this. Okay, okay, so now we need to implementing the on click listener. See, as of now we are completing up to this part. Okay, this configuration part. So now we need to implementing the click event. Okay, so now we need to implementing the click event. So handling click events. Okay, so now I want to implement in the click event for button. So now button variable is b1. Okay, so button variable is b1. Okay, so b1 dot, just type b1 dot. So in suggestions we have so many suggestions is available. Okay, so in that suggestions just select set on click listener. Okay, just type set in suggestions, select set on click listener. Okay, so this is the suggestion. Set on click listener is a suggestion. Just select this one. So inside this on click listener, it will return the on click listener. Okay, so inside the set on click listener, it will expect the on click listener. So now just type new space. In case if you know the particular on click listener, so you can write manually. So in case if you don't know the particular functionalities, just give control space. Okay, so in your keyboard control space, just click on control space. In case if you are clicking the control space, the suggestion is available. That is view dot on click listener. View dot on click listener is the suggestion. Okay, so the rest of the suggestion is also available here. So, but those suggestions we don't use in proper way. Okay, so we have only this view dot on click listener is the correct suggestion. Okay, just select view dot on click listener. It is a interface. Okay, view dot on click listener. Just select that one. So automatically the rest of the part is created. Okay, so it will automatically created the rest of the part. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So now inside the on click method. So in this on click listener, so we have on click method is available. Okay, so inside this on click method, so you need to implement your own action. Okay, so whatever the action we need to write, that action we need to implement inside the on click method. Okay, so now as per this project requirement, so when I'm clicking this count button, the test view count is increased. Okay, the test view count is increased. So now as of now we don't have any integer variable. So count is increasing means so we need to increment the integer value. So as of now we don't have any integer value. Okay, so that's why here I'm creating the global local variable, so int a. Okay, so here I'm creating the integer variable int a. So when I'm clicking this button, I want to increment this integer value. Okay, so I want to increment this integer value. So what is the increment operator? How to increment this integer value? See, this integer value by default it is starting from 0. This integer value by default it is starting from 0. So how to incrementing this integer value? Few step. Okay. Okay. So let me explain once again for a on-click listener. See here I want to implement in the on-click listener. So I want to implement the on-click listener for button. So the button variable is b1 dot set on-click listener. Set on-click listener. So inside the set on-click listener method, so we need to implementing the listener. Okay. So new, just type new space, give control space. Okay, so in your systems, so control button is available. So just click on control space. You already know space button in your keyboard. So in the suggestions, view dot on click listener is available. Okay, in those suggestions, just select view dot on click listener. In suggestions, view dot on click listener. Just select that one. So the remaining functionality is automatically created. Okay. Okay. So inside this on click method, so you need to implement your own action. Okay, whatever the action you required, so that action you need to implement. Okay, so as per this project requirement, so I want to implement in the count. So in case if you want to implement in the count, so you need to increasing the count. So the count is available in your integer formation. Okay, so it is the generally the count is available in integer formation. So but in my project I don't have any integer variable. Okay, I don't have any integer variable. So now I want to create one integer variable. Okay, that's why here I'm creating one integer value. Okay, that's why here I'm creating integer value variable. So now I want to increment this integer value each time. So when I'm clicking the first time, I want to increment 1. When I'm clicking the second time, I want incrementing 2. Okay, so I want to incrementing like that. Okay, so how to write the increment value? So you already know it. How to increment the particular integer value? Okay, so you already know it, the increment operator. So how to increment in the particular integer value? So with the help of a plus plus. Okay, so with the help of a plus plus. Now it's throwing error. So why? Because so variable a might not have been initialized. Okay, so variable a is might not have been initialized. Why? Because it is not accepting when I'm creating the local variable. Okay, so when I'm creating the local variable, it is not accepting. Okay, so when I'm clicking the initialize the variable, so it will be creating a equal to 0. So now it is accepting, but it is not highlighted. Okay, so in Android, so when I'm creating the inside the global local variables, it is not accepting. So that's why, so just do one thing. So just instead of this local variable, so create the global variable. Okay, so now I am removing this line. So whatever the initialization variable, so I am removing this line int a equal to 0. So I'm removing this line. Okay, so I'm creating the global variable. Okay, so I'm creating the global variable int a. Okay, so int a. Now it is accepting. Okay, so int a. I'm creating the global variable here. So now it is accepting. Okay, so a plus plus. Okay, so now I want to display this increment value. I want to display this increment value in test view. Okay, so when I'm clicking this button, okay, so when I'm clicking this button, so the count value is incrementing, but I want to display to the user. So with the help of this test view. Okay, okay, so now the count value is increasing. Now I want to display this count to test view. So now in our end, the test view is available. So now I want to display this count variable in test view. So tv dot set test. So there is a method called set test for setting the value. So set test tv dot set test tv dot set test method. Okay, see here in this method it throwing the string value. Okay, so in this method, so it is expecting the string value. So but in my project we don't have any string value, so it is a integer value. But in this set test method it is expecting the string value. How to convert this integer value to string? Okay, how to convert this integer value to string? See, we have a two options, one for concatenation and another one for, so to convert this integer value to string, Okay, so now I want to use the concatenation symbol. Okay, so just type double quotes here. So I want to concatenation this integer value to string value. Okay, so plus just type a value. Okay, so just write like this. Okay, so when I'm adding this integer value to this string value, so it is totally common as a string. Okay, so in case if you don't want to, if you don't like this way, so you need to convert this integer value to string value. Okay, so in coming projects I will convert, so but in this project so I will do like this. Okay, so just to follow like this. Okay, so this is the way you need to implementing the on click listener. Okay, so this is the way you need to implementing your on click listener. Okay, so the increment operator is also successfully implementing, and after that, after the incrementing operator, so we need to show the particular value inside your test view. Okay, so this is the your hello toast project. Okay, so now your project is ready to execute. Just execute your project. Okay, so I will explain once again how to uh, connect your device to your Android Studios. Okay, so the basic one is, so just to open your browsers here, just type how to enable the developer options. How to enable the developer option, just to search on it. So why? Because it is based on mobile phone, the developer option settings is changing. So the MI mobile sees it is a different options, and Vivo phone having the different options, and Samsung having the different options. So that's why. So common options is like this. Just to type how to enable the developer option in Android. So the first link, that is the developer.android.com. So it is the official website. So these are the options you need to enable it. Once today's first topic is displaying the toast. Yeah, I will explain after completion of this part. So I will explain. Don't worry. Okay. So how to enable the developer option means like this. Okay, so settings. So in your mobile, each and every mobile phone having the settings. So okay, so after that, so just go to about phone. Okay, just go to about phone. So inside this about phone, so we have a build number option is available. Okay, so it is a regular mobile phone, so we have in the build number. So but in some mobile phones, it have a model number. So like that is the those options is available. So once you go with the build numbers, just tap on it. So for 6 or 7 times, just tap on it, build number or model number. So now, okay, so after enabling, after that, so we have a developer option is enabling. Okay, so this is available in also, it is about phone. Okay, so by default, the developer option is not available in each and every mobile. Once you enabling the developer option, this developer option is available in our settings. See, some mobiles it is having the settings, some mobiles it is having the more settings or additional settings. Okay, so in that option, so we have USB debugging option is available. So once you enable in the developer option, in those options we have USB debugging is available. Okay, so just click on it. So once you enabling the USB debugging option, we have a option like this. Okay, so just enabling this USB debugging option. So after that, so we have a pop-up dialog like this. Okay, so select USB configuration or charging or MTP. So okay, so in your USB configuration, it should be your phone storage is available in your laptops or desktops. So then only your phone is available in your Android Studio. Okay, so just to follow this documentation. In case if you have any problem, even though if you are following this documentation, even though you are getting any problem, so please let me know. So we will rectify your errors. Okay. Okay. So now and make sure that so when you are connecting your USB cable, so your USB cable should have the transferable cable. Okay, so some cables it is only for charging cables. So the charging cables it is doesn't work. Okay, when you are using the transferable cable, even though it is a USB cable, but it is two types of cable is available. One for charge only charging, one for both charging and data transfer. Okay, so in case if you want to connect your mobile to your Android Studio, so only the data transfer cable will support. Okay, so I'm connecting my cable. So now my device is available here. So that is Vivo. So that is Vivo 10G. Oh, sorry, 1804. That is my device. Okay, so after that, just to click on this run button. So okay, so when I'm clicking the run button, the Gradle is running. Okay, so the Gradle is running. So it takes some time to executing this application. Okay, so it takes some time. And okay, so instead of USB cable, is there is any chance to connect mobile or desktop? Yeah, if it is available, so we have a emulator option is available. Okay, so AVD Android virtual device. The help of virtual device also we can run our application. So, but there is a problem. In case if you are using the virtual device or emulator, uh, it will consume more RAM. Okay, so almost this Android Studio it consumes almost 3 GB RAM. If I'm not wrong. So in case if you are opening your emulator, so your emulator also it consume 1.5 GB to 2 GB RAM. So based on working. So that's why I'm preferring the mobile phones. And there is a one more alternative. So it is sometimes it is working. So if you if you have same network, your desktop and your mobile having same network, that time also you need to run your application on our mobile phone. But the first time you need to connect your USB cable, and after that so it will connect the same network. So then that time that is also it is possible way. So in my end the same network option is not available. Okay, so coming to this toast concept, so one of the student is asking this toast concept. See, this is the toast concept. uh, so generally we are using that this toast is to display the hint messages, hint message to the users. Okay, so for example when you are using the payment option. So that times it is displaying some toast messages. So nowadays they are using the UI. So the payment success or failed with the help of UI. So but in olden days they are using these toast messages. Okay. So coming days also we are going to display these hint messages with the help of UI only in coming days. So it is the first or second project. So I don't know exactly. So that's why we will explain with the help of these toast messages. Okay. So generally we are going to use these toast messages with the to display hint messages to the user or any instructions. In case if you want to give any instructions to the user, so you can use that these toast messages. Okay, so toast is a class. Okay, toast is a class dot make test is a method. So okay, so this make test method will return three arguments or three parameters. So that is the first parameter is contest. Contest means, so generally we are writing the message for in toast. So in that particular message where we need to display inside the activity or outside the activity. Okay, so inside the activity or outside the activity. Okay, Kishore, so we will provide the feedback forms at the end of the session. Okay, so contest is the first parameter and the second parameter is test or message. Okay, so the message should be in string formation. So then only it will be accepted. Okay, and the third parameter is duration. So duration means, so here we are writing the toast dot length long or length short. Okay, so length long means just 2 or 3 seconds more, and a length long short means it will display 2 or 3 seconds less. In case if you want to display this message to the user, so by the end of this statement, so you should write dot show method. Okay, so dot show method. So in case if you don't want to write this dot show method, so you are unable to display this message to the users. Okay, so you are unable to display these messages to the users. Okay, so this is the toast. Okay, so now my project is available in my device. Okay, this is the output. Okay, so just assume, so let us just observe here. When I'm clicking this toast button, the hello toast is available. Okay, so when I'm clicking this count button, the count is increasing. Initially it is a 0. So now when I'm clicking only one time, so that's why my count is increasing. Okay, so when I'm clicking second time, the count is increasing. Clicking third time, the count is increasing to 3. Fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, so like that. So you can create, you can click on it. So whatever, how many times you can click n number of times, the count is increasing. And I'm clicking the toast button, hello APSSDC is available. So why? Because inside your project here I'm writing hello APSSDC. Okay, so this is the hello toast. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so is this project is clear to everyone? So in case if you have any problem with your end, or in case if you don't understanding anything at the particular point, so you just say drop a message, we will explain it once again. Okay, so okay, so for your understanding, easily understanding purpose and more practicing, so I'm giving the one assignment to you. So I hope everyone is try to doing. Okay, so let us assume this is your mobile screen. So we are implementing the toast message like this. Okay, okay. So here the first part is test view. Okay, so here I'm writing the first part is test view. Okay, so let us assume the first part is test view. So after that, so create buttons. So okay, so create 3 buttons. One for count increment, one for count decrement. So this is for count increment, and this is for count decrement, and this is for reset. Okay, so just to create one test view and 3 buttons. First button having count increment, second button having count decrement, and third button having reset. When I'm clicking this count increment, so I want to incrementing count as a 1. Okay, so when I'm clicking this count decrement button, so I want to decrease my count. Okay, so when I'm clicking the count increment, I want to addition. When I'm clicking the decrement, I want to minus. When I'm clicking this count to when I'm clicking the reset button, so whatever the count is available in our test view, so that count is set to 0. Okay, so this is the assignment to you. Okay, so first in our screen, so just to create 4 components, that is first one is the test view, and second one is count increment button, third one is count decrement button, fourth one is reset button. Okay, so this is the way you need to create your designing. Okay, so you can use any colors, that's your wish. So but the functionality is common to each and every student. Okay, the functionality is common for all. You can design your own way. Okay, so this is the assignment to all of you. Okay, so this assignment is very everyone is clear. Okay, so please trying to do please trying to implement this assignment, so we will verify tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So reset means so just see yeah, count increment means so we can write the functionality like this, a plus plus. So minus means decrement means so you can implement in the minus minus. So when I'm clicking the reset button, so just type a equal to 0. So just type a equal to 0. Okay, so this is the logic. Okay, so in this assignment, so you need to implement in the 3 on-click listeners. So 3 buttons having, we have 3 buttons, so we need to implement in 3 on-click events. So you can prefer anything, so by using Java or by using XML. So that's your wish. If you have any doubts, at any time you can post your WhatsApp group. Okay, so we will rectify as early as possible. Okay, so now I want to create a next project. So that is a test view with the scroll view. So okay, I don't know. See, so for engineering colleges, so we will run by college by college. Uh, I don't know whether the second batch is available or not. If the second batch is available, so you can join. It is not a problem. Okay, so coming to the next project, working on test views. Okay, so in case, so let us assume this is your screen. Okay, so in case if you are observe few projects. Okay, so let us assume, so few projects having the description like this, um, about us. Okay, so few projects having screen like this. Okay, so about, okay, so about us. So after that, so we have description. So like mission, vision. Okay, you regularly observe it. So it is a main heading. So about us is a main heading. So after that, so mission is the subheadings. Okay, so after that, so you can write here whatever it is. The something matter is available. Okay, so vision and mission something matter is available. Okay, so this is the way you need to create your screens in some projects. Okay, so in case if you want to implement any organization, so each and every organization some description is available, like the organization mission is available, organization vision is also available. Okay, so those all are under the about us. Okay, company about us. Okay, so in case if you want to implementing this type of screens, so we need to work on more. So why? Because in about us we have some hyperlinks is available. Hyperlinks is available in case they are providing any contact details also included. In case if it is any Gmail mails available, so that mails also available. Okay, so in case if you are writing about us, it is the combination of hyperlinks, mobile, contact details, those all those things. Okay, so how to implementing those all those things in the single test view. Okay, so I want to discuss this type of designing. Okay, so it is only the designing part. So in this project, so don't have any Java code, only the XML code is available. Okay, So now all of you create new project. Okay, so now all of you create new project. The project name is test views. Project name is test views. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అనేది ఎందుకు క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాము అంటే, సో ఏదైనా ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ అనేది డెవలప్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మీరు రియల్ టైం ప్రాజెక్ట్స్, సో దాంట్లో మనకి ఒకే టెస్ట్ వీలో కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఐటమ్స్ వస్తాయి. సో లైక్ మెయిల్ ఐడి కానీ, కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్స్ కానీ, లేదంటే వాళ్ళ హైపర్ వెబ్సైట్ లింక్స్ కానీ, సో ఎక్సెట్రా ఎక్సెట్రా. సో ఆ అన్నిటికీ మనం ఏం చేయాలంటే హైపర్ లింక్స్ అనేది అప్లై చేయాలి. ఇన్ కేస్ మీరు మొబైల్ నెంబర్ మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు కాల్ వెళ్ళటం కానీ, లేదంటే వెబ్సైట్ లింక్ మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ పర్టికులర్ వెబ్సైట్కి నావిగేట్ అవ్వడం కానీ, సో అలాంటి హైపర్ లింక్స్ అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. సో అది అది ఆ పర్టికులర్ పారాగ్రాఫ్లో మనం ఎలా మెన్షన్ చేస్తాము ఏంది అనేది ఇక్కడ కాన్సెప్ట్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ని మనం ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో మనం ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తాం. సో దీనికి మనం ఏం చేస్తాం అంటే స్క్రోలింగ్ కూడా అప్లై చేస్తాం. సో బై డిఫాల్ట్గా మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేసినట్లయితే స్క్రోలింగ్ అనేది అప్లై అవ్వదు. సో నాట్ ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్. సో ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ along with the project. Okay, so now all of you open your Android Studios, go to file, then click on close project. Go to file, then click on close project. When I'm clicking the close project, so we have Android Studio screen like this. We have Android Studio screen like this. So in that, so we have options called create Android new project. In suggestions, create new project is available. Okay, so just click on create new project. So create new project. So here all of you select empty activity. Here all of you select empty activity. Here all of you select empty activity, then click on next. So here give your project name. Okay, so here I'm writing my project name is test views. Okay, so here I'm creating my project name is test views. Okay, so now click on finish. Okay, so once again I'm repeating, when I'm clicking the create a new project, so select empty activity, then click on next. So give a project name as a test views, then click on finish, then click on finish. Now it takes some time to creating the project. Okay, so okay, so meanwhile, so you can open any website. Okay, so I'm opening APSSDC. Okay, so because I want to copy the test. Okay, so I want to open the APSSDC website. So this is the APSSDC official website. Okay, so this thing you already know it. Okay, so in that, so here I'm using the about us. So mission and vision is available. Just click on it. So here I'm copying this matter. Okay, so here I'm copying this matter. Just wait a minute. So once you are create from your end, once your project creation is completed, after that, so we will copy it. So just meanwhile, just wait a minute. Okay, so please let me know. So from your end, the project is created successfully or not. If the project is created successfully, so please let me know. So if the project is building, so please send a messages. Okay, so one person is completed. Also is completed. Yes, Rosravani is also completed. Okay. So now all of you go to in your activity underscore main.xml file. All of you go to activity underscore main.xml file. So by default, it is uh, coming with constraint layout, right? So now I don't want to use this constraint layout. Why? Because it is a more advanced layout in Android. Okay, so once you are familiar with the remaining layouts like linear layout or relative layout, so after that, so you can go with the constraint layout. So as a beginners, in case if you are go with this constraint layout, so you face so many problems. Okay, so I'm just changing this constraint layout to linear layout. Okay, so just change this constraint layout to linear layout. Remove this test view. So here I don't want to use this predefined test view. I want to create user defined test view. Okay, so change this constraint layout to linear layout. So after that, so applying the orientation as vertical, apply the orientation as vertical. So here create test view. So here create test view. So width as a match parent, height as a wrap content. Here I'm creating test view. So layout width as a match parent, layout height as a wrap content. So here I'm writing the test property, Android colon test APSSDC. Here I'm writing APSSDC. So in case if you observe this screen, here displaying small size. Okay, so here I want to increase the test size. Okay, I want to increase test size. So just to type, there is a property called test size. Okay, so here there is a property Android colon test size. Android colon test size. So here you can type 25 sp. or 30 sp. That's your interest. Whatever the size you have, you can give it. Okay. So now I want to change. I want to display this test as a center. Okay. How to display this test as a center? See, previously you are using gravity property completely. So here in this project, I don't want to use the gravity property. So here there is a property called test alignment. Okay, so here there is a one more property called test alignment. Okay, Android colon test alignment. So just type center. So now it will be coming as a center. Okay, test alignment. So but it throwing error. Why? Because see, this support older version than API level 17. So, but your project specify the 16. See, why it throwing error means. So, in when I'm creating the project creation, so that time I'm selecting the API level 16. So, but they are using but this property is supporting from API level 17 onwards. Okay, so that's why it throwing errors. Okay, so instead of this test alignment property, so in case if you want to remove this error, in case if you want to rectify or remove this error, so just click on alt enter. Just click on alt enter. So here there is a suggestions called set gravity equal to set horizontally or set layout gravity equal to center horizontally. Okay, so here we have two suggestions is available. Okay, so place your cursor in a particular error, click on alt enter. Okay, so in that error, so we have set gravity and gravity properties is available, so you can select anything. Okay, so now automatically the error is gone. Okay, so automatically the particular error is gone. Okay, so say like that, so you can rectify your errors. Okay, so in case if you want to implement any background, so background tint, so hash any 6 digits color code. So okay, so in test views the background tint property is not working, so you just apply the background. Okay, so here I'm using the green color. So but by default the test color is black. Okay, so that's why it not highlighting. So in case if you want to implementing the test color, in case if you want to change the test color, so you can change it. So with the help of test color. So here I'm changing the test color as a white. So white color means it is all or F. Okay. So now I want to change this style. Okay, so I want to change this style. How to change the test style? So there is a property called test style or bold, italic or normal. So okay, so these are the options is available. So in case if you want to display bold, or it will displaying the bold. Okay, so in case if you want to display italic, okay, so it will be displaying as a italic. In case if you are displaying the normal, it is displaying the normal formation. So in case if you want to display bold and italic, so bold, so here there is a symbol called pipe. The pipe symbol is available above the enter keyword. Bold and italic. Okay, so you can apply these properties. Okay, so in this project I want to display the bold property. See, so in case if you want to change this font family, case in case if you want to change this font family, so here there is a property called font family. Okay, so here there is a property called font family. Okay, so here these are the suggestions: serif, and a casual and cursive monoscope and a sans serif black, sans serif condensed. Okay, so these are the suggestions is available. So in case if you want to display using the cursive, the APS-DC is changing to cursive manner. Okay, so in case if you want to using any serif monoscope, so it will be changing the monoscope formation. Okay, so this is the way the font family is changing. So okay, so based on your interest, so you can use any different font families. And one more thing, so you can use system font families also. Okay, so you can use system properties also. Okay, so now coming to next heading. So coming to subheading, so this is the main heading. Okay, so that's why here I'm using 30 sp. Okay, so now I want to display the subheading. Same, create one more test view. So test view, width as a match parent, height as a wrap content. Okay, so in case if you want to display space between the above test and the below test, so there is a property called margin top 10 dp. Okay, so in case if you want to display any space between upper view and the lower view, so here there is a property called margin top. After that, so just to type style mission. Okay, so here I'm typing mission. So I want to increase the test size. So you already know it how to increase the test size. There is the help of test size property. So okay, so here I'm using 25 sp. Okay, so here I'm using the background color also. So hash any 6 digits color code, so it will be automatically changing. Okay, so in case if you doesn't like this color, so you can change this color also, so based on your interest. Okay, so I want to change this test color as white, so all f, so 6 f's, so it will be changing to white color. Okay, so this is the way you can create your test views. Okay, so the APSSDC is the main heading and mission is a subheading. Okay, so in case if you want to use the test style, bold. So in case if you want to implement in the font family, so you can implement in the font family also. So that's your interest. Okay. So now I want to I want to write the paragraph. Okay, so I want to write the paragraph. So for that, so you can create one more test view. Okay, so for this code, I am pasting in chat box. So you can go with, in case if you are any problem with this code, so you can go through this code. Okay, so the test views code is available in our chat box. Please go through that particular code. Okay, so now after that, so I want to implementing the paragraph. Okay, so some brief description of APSSDC mission. Okay, so create test view. So test view, width as a match parent, so height as a wrap content. Okay, so I want to display some margin top. So why? Because I want to display some space between upper view and lower view. Okay, so here I'm writing the test property. So Android colon test. So now we don't have any test here. So why? Means some data is not available. So we need to copy the data. Okay, so now all of you go to your website. Okay, so all of you go to this website. So you can copy this test formation. You can copy this test. Okay, so here I'm copying this test and paste it into your Android Studio project. Okay, so paste inside the test view. Okay, so paste inside the test view. So now you can observe here in our project the test is available. Okay, so in case if you want to display this length test, so you can multiply it. ఓకే, సో మీకు టెస్ట్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వాలి అనుకుంటే సో మీరు ఆ టెస్ట్ని సో 4 or 5 టైమ్స్ కాపీ చేయండి. సో ప్రాబ్లం ఏం లేదు. సో ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇది జస్ట్ డెమో పర్పస్ కోసమే కాబట్టి సో దేర్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఏ ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, సో నౌ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు లెంత్ టెస్ట్ అనేది అవైలబుల్గా ఉంది. మీ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో ఇక్కడ మనకి లెంత్ టెస్ట్ అనేది అవైలబుల్గా ఉంది. ఓకే, సో ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు యూస్ దిస్ లెంత్ టెస్ట్ inside this test view. Okay, so I want to change this test to in string.xml file. Okay, so how to change this test to string.xml file? ఓకే, అంటే నాకు ఇక్కడ టెస్ట్ అనేది చూడండి అమ్మా, ఇక్కడ నాకు లెంత్గా ఎక్కువ అయిపోతుంది ఇక్కడ. సో అందుకని చెప్పని ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నానంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ టెస్ట్ వ్యూని నేను string.xmlలోకి తీసుకెళ్తున్నాను. అంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ స్ట్రింగ్ని ఒక ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ ఫైల్లో క్రియేట్ చేసుకొని ఒక రెఫరెన్స్ వేరియబుల్ ద్వారా నేను ఆ పర్టికులర్ స్ట్రింగ్ని ఇక్కడ గెట్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, సో అలా అప్పుడు అది ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి అంటే సో ప్లేస్ యువర్ కర్సర్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో ప్లేస్ యువర్ కర్సర్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద స్ట్రింగ్. ఓకే, సో ప్లేస్ యువర్ కర్సర్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద స్ట్రింగ్. జస్ట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఆల్ట్ ఎంటర్. క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఆల్ట్ ఎంటర్. Click on alt enter. So when I'm clicking the alt enter button in your keyboard, so here there is a suggestions called extract string resource. Okay, so here there is a suggestions called extract string resource. Extract string resource. Just select on this extract string resource. Resource name. Okay, resource value is available. Resource name by default it is blue color is available. So just click on backspace. So I don't want to use this much of resource name. Okay, just click on backspace. So instead of this length variables, just type mission. So otherwise instead of mission you can give any name. So my name is Sai Shankar. So here I'm given as a Sai. Okay, so like that, so you can write your own name. Okay, so you can write your own name. Okay, so after that click on OK. After that click on OK. So now you can observe your test view. You can observe your test view, and at the same time you can observe your design screen also. Okay, so the test view is not changing, but here the test is changing. Okay, so at the red string slash your reference name. With the help of this reference name, I'm using this string. Okay, so now where you can modify this screen means in case if you want to change this test in after some days, you can go through this string.xml file. Okay, this string.xml file is available in our res folder. Okay, so inside the res folder the value subfolder is available. Inside the string.xml file just double click on this string.xml file. So in this string.xml file, the string is available. Okay, so in this string.xml file, the string is available. Whatever the data we are creating, that particular string is available in our string.xml file. Okay, so now in case in this string, in this length of string, in case if you want to display any number or any mail id or any website address, so particular as of now we didn't implement any mobile number or any strings here. Okay, now I want to change this string. Okay, so inside the string I want to change, I want to include one mobile number and one phone number, one website link and one Gmail. Okay, so here, okay, so at the last point, at the last of the statement, so here I'm using contact apssdc@gmail.com. Okay, so here I'm using one mail ID. Okay, so and after that, in between the string, so here I'm using one website address, that is apssdc.in. Okay, so www.apssdc.in. Okay, and at the same time, so here I want to use the toll free number, so just wait a minute. So I will copy. Okay, so this is the toll free number. Okay, so 1800, some at particular point of time, so I want to use the 1800. Okay, so 425 2424. Okay, so one mobile number is available. Okay, so now in my string, website link is available, and mail id is available, and the same time mobile number also available. Okay, okay, so one mobile number also available. So now just observe your screens. Okay, so the particular the details is available. Okay, so I'm zooming my screen. So the mail ID is available, the toll free number is available, and the website link is also available, apssdc.in. The website link is also available, but it is not highlighting. Okay, so but it is not highlighting. Okay, so for your understanding purpose, I want to increase the text size. So 20 sp. Okay, okay, so now you can able to see. Okay, so just mobile number is available, and at the same time website link is also available, www.apssdc.in, and at the same time the mail id is also available, so it is not showing, the test is below the screen. Okay, so now I want to highlight these values. That means this website link and mobile number and the Gmail. So I want to highlight these properties. So how to highlight these properties? There is a property called auto link. Okay, so there is a property called auto link. Okay, So Android colon auto link is the property. Okay, so just here you can give phone. In case if you are highlighting the phone in your test view, your phone number is color changing. Okay, so otherwise, in case instead of phone numbers, in case if you want to give any web, okay, so in case if you want to give any web, so the web color is automatically changing. Okay, so and in the output, not here, inside the output. Okay, so in my project I have three components, that one for mobile number, one for web address, and one for Gmail. So that's why instead of web, so here I'm using all. Okay, so here I'm using all. Okay, now you can able to observe here. Okay, so the website link is color changing. Okay, so www.apssdc.in. Okay, so now run your application and check your output whether the hyperlink is working or not.